Hey guys, and welcome to part 13 of the Resident Evil 5 playthrough. We are continuing on with the chapter 5-3.
53.
Nah, 5-3. Get your math right, man.
I was shit at maths.
Maths was one of my strongest points back in school.
You like the numbers, don't you?
Aye, I like to see... I'm better with numbers than writing. Now we have to get to the other side of this. Then you remember we were in the bottom floors of this facility. Now we're in the top floors.
Great shot.
Nice shot, Stevie. Steven's sniper rifle. He's stuck with the Dragunov SVD for now. It's a semi-automatic weapon. It's got the same range as my weapon, but it's not as powerful.
Okay.
And he'll be handling the grenade launcher with the flash rounds, which will come very handy for any Las Plagas. Because you can hold up to... Oh, fuck. Not this guy again.
Hopper, what are you doing here?
Here's a little trick to defeating these guys. The game doesn't tell you this, but what to do is if you throw a hand grenade and cause him to roll, it will do, what, like 99.9% of damage. All you need to do is find his weak spot and then just shoot it with the weakest weapon, and he'll be dead. But the grenade has to be right underneath him in order to take effect. And the flash grenade can stun him, but only in the campaign mode. So like any other extra modes, the flash grenade does not work. And those stun weapons take like 2/3 of your health with just one swipe. Here we go.
I'm thinking that must be Thumper.
And that's another thing where when they lose their limbs, they spray out this gas which makes you blind. So it tries to blind its progress so it can stay hidden while it's moving towards you. You know, like what a predator would do to its prey.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular section, they appear at random. They're not strict. So sometimes there might be 2, sometimes there might be 1, other times there might be 3. It took me years to figure out about that hand grenade trick. Back then I was like, oh fuck no, not this guy again! Because that's essentially what it is. It's Ouroboros affected cockroach. Not a grasshopper, more like a cockroach.
It's just when I saw it at first, it just reminded me of Hopper from
Yeah,
Bugslife.
yeah, no, I understand that. Because again, you'd think grasshopper at first, because the way it's designed. It shows a lever. This must be important. And then that shiny case over there is the last sniper rifle you get in the game, which is the PSG-1. My preferred sniper rifle, besides the bolt-action one.
Shiny.
Semi-automatic. But it can have but the range distance on the scope is bigger and better, so you can see further away with that sniper rifle. But again, not as powerful as the bolt-action. Chubby! Yeah, watch out for the grenades that these guys throws at you as well. They're not as bad as the dynamite if you remember from chapter 2. The dynamites are more dangerous. And I think me and Stevie, we do a 3-hit combo on this guy. Yep. Steven goes in, I go in, and then Steven will go in.
Good job.
Oh, he survived!
He ain't going down that easy.
Well, he just went down again. Maybe just to rub it in. Or maybe he just got up to say, fuck yous both, and then die. Right, what you have to do here is that one person has to go on the platform to get to the other side, while when you get to the other side, you need to pull that platform back so your partner can get across. These two Magini here, that's what they call them, they're called Magini. These ones here with the shield, they're always scripted to be Cephalos, which are the long necks.
So you come across them no matter what?
Yeah, no matter what. They're always the Cephalo. Some enemies are scripted, some are random. But, see when you look at the shield design itself, it's like they've got skull faces and all that, and you think, yeah, this is what Capcom's turning into real action instead of horror. Alright, moving on. I can't help but feel that when you see even me or Steven jumping all over those little gaps, we insert a Mario jumping sound effect. Oh, now they've got rocket launchers. Why is it... See when it comes to especially the Resident Evil series, why is it always an RPG type rocket launcher?
when you said the RPG, I thought like the game genre RPG.
No, that's
like RPG.
No, that is the name of the official name of that type of rocket launcher. It's an RPG. Whoa.
Whoa, that was close.
That guy's are scripted to follow as well. But here's the thing as well, the real ball kicker. Some of these guys, since they're military, they have body armor, which the bullets do nothing against. They'll have leg armor, they'll have chest armor, they'll have headgear. Like if they have a helmet, you won't be able to shoot them in the head. And the only melee weapon, again, these guys have is a stun baton. Which you can actually buy yourself a stun baton as well, actually. And again, the ones with the shields are always the long necks. But yeah, look, the shields, they did a poor job of hiding their toes. I'm gonna shoot your toe, Ninja Joe. Ah, my fucking toe! Shotgun, this particular shotgun's very good when you're right next to the Sapal when it's lying on the ground.
I need ammo.
This was me trying to figure out how to swap ammunition so we can get a green herb. Because I have a red herb and then I need a green herb to combine it to get a full health restore. It is, again, when you get moments like that, you really wish you would have more than 9 spaces in your inventory. Another thing as well, what you saw in the split second is where you can exchange ammunition as well. Here, Stevie, try this new thing I got from Boots.
No thanks, I buy from body care alone.
Honestly, it's Head and Shoulders version 3.000000007.
Only 9.99.99.99.
Ah, well now I'm back on this elevator again. See, I mean, look, there's more of those people, poor souls, captured. This is like a fun fair ride. Where's the spinning teacups? Now this is where your accuracy is a little bit tricky because again you're sniping while they're moving, so your bullets will go off to the left or right, and it's going to be very tricky. And then on those upper decks there where you see the docking stations, some of those Magini will come and pull the lever, which will stop the elevator because you're trying to go upwards to the next platform. As you can see right here. The one you get, it doesn't matter about the guys in the machine guns, you just want to get the guy who's holding the lever.
It's stopped. No, something's stopping it.
Booyah. You know, at this time, this is where I was into Call of Duty, and then, you know, you still see similarities in a little bit, but
Yeah.
compared to, in terms of sniper rifles, I think I'm better at Resident Evil sniping rather than Call of Duty. I was never the sniper in Call of Duty back in that day. I was always the run and gun guy with machine guns and a pistol for backup.
What would you say was your favourite sort of COD game?
That's going to be a tricky one because my history was from World at War up until Modern Warfare 3. I'm just thinking about it right now. I think I'm going to have to go with, because I enjoyed the story the most, Modern Warfare 2. But that's not to say Modern Warfare 2 had its broken multiplayer aspects, like with the double akimbo shotguns that everybody used.
Do you think like the more recent Call of Duty, the one that's coming out, is just called World War 2?
Yes.
Do you think they're just trying to sort of like capitalise on World at War since that's like a fan favourite?
Well, I think it's that, but also a smart decision on their part because they're going back to what essentially worked. I mean, up until then they've been going, oh, it's future this, future that, jetpacks, you can parkour now, and everybody just went, no, we're getting tired of all that shit.
And then Infinite Warfare
Oh.
took it to space.
Aye. Look, even Chris is dying with the thought of that. But yeah, that's when I took a full load, and I had to stay back here because again, these guys have got machine guns. I mean, there's a difference between you play God and you play soldier. This is when you're playing as a soldier. If you have infinite ammo, then you're playing God. And that was limping animation was introduced in Resident Evil 3. It was to give you a visual cue because in the classic Resident Evils you wouldn't see your health until you go into your inventory, which is a separate menu screen.
Mm-hmm.
The limping was a visual cue to let you know that you should be careful of your health. Like it would go from green to yellow to red. Red is where you're in danger and you need to be careful. That's when your character starts limping. You know, Stevie, you could give me a kind of first aid spray. I need to fix my hair again.
No way.
No one says no to Luigi. Here we go.
If we want to find out, we're gonna
This is our last puzzle for this chapter. You remember those liquors? There's got to be more of coming into here. What you need to do is one partner needs to go onto the top of that ruin, go around the other side, and get into that office through the top of the roof because the door is locked. One partner has to stay on this field while defending himself against the liquors. But that's the thing. Once the liquor does that unique jumping animation where it pins you to the ground and you can't break free. If your partner's not there, you're fucked. Yeah, there's a BSA emblem down there, but you need to get that before you pull down this elevator. So the game's not all co-op. Sometimes you need to split apart.
You'll have separation anxiety.
And in 10 minutes you're like, oh my god, I missed my partner. Yeah, this is one of the few enemies where you do feel tense around these guys. Because again, if you've played the Resident Evil since the first game, you'll know how these behave, but they still make you scary. I mean, the way they crawl like that, and the fact that they can just jump at any time. Like, their attack patterns are random, from what I believe. Because you never know when they're going to do the tongue, or they're going to jump on you, or they're going to do that insta-kill move on you. Now, while Steven's taking care of them while they crawl up the wall, I'm going to run to the other side and push this block so I can get into that office and unlock the door. Initially, they start climbing on that wall and towards me, but if you look at the fence here, there's going to be a little gap where if I go too far, they can go through that and then go towards Steven. There has been one time, actually, where I had someone push that block and I completely forgot about that gap, and I got killed by a bunch of lickers that popped out of nowhere.
Take that.
No, it's you got it wrong. It's Robotnik's. Take this, take this, take this, take this. Then comes up with a sniper. Charge! And there you go, there's your entrance to the office. See, when those crates break, you gotta love that once you've broken the crate, it'll be like 5 seconds before it disappears altogether. The bridge is out. Not. There you go, there's the main office. That'll be where Excel has gone to next. With the ridiculously revealing dress for a businesswoman. Whoa! How did he get here? That's another thing as well. Every time you go into these types of offices, you need to look at every single door for ammunition and fuel and health. By the way, since when we saw Excel, we saw the Doctor there. Any idea, any thoughts as to who you think it could be under that plague mask?
I don't know. Obviously, you know who it is.
Well, that's the thing. I'd like to keep it suspense, considering you've never played this. Still no thoughts?
Nope.
Damn it, where's Jill?
Jill? Maybe I'll tell you. Maybe I won't.
Batman.
Doctor? Oh, the mask is off. I'll see you in 3 weeks with a new mask.
Stop playing around. We want some answers.
You haven't changed.
Who could that be?
Is it Mr. Whiskers?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, a new meme has been born.
He only wants the best for your pets.
Isn't this one big family?
This is honestly the best voice of all the actors who did the role before. This is the best of DC Douglas.
So slow to catch on.
Dun dun dun.
Holy shit.
She's alive!
Jill, it's me, Chris.
Admittedly, it was kind of obvious if you consider that they kept on. Chris keeps on saying, "Jill, Jill, Jill." Now, what happened to Jill after since last time we saw Jill was when she threw herself off the building to save Chris's life. Wesker survived, but she was knocked unconscious, and he kept her as experiments for new types of bioorganic weapons and using her body as a vessel. But to keep her under control, he's affected her with a drug that makes her brainwashed.
This might sound like really noobish, but wasn't there one time Jill had brown hair? Because I sort of like know Jill.
Yeah, the result of the blonde hair is because of the experiments.
Okay, should have known. Oh, that's some Matrix shit right there.
Aye. Wesker has now got superhuman abilities where he's able to heal quickly and dodge bullets. Boo! That was a bad pun. Now, this is your first boss fight with Wesker and Jill. You do not want to kill Jill. Killing her results in the game over. The way to deal with Wesker is that you don't fight him head first because he dodges everything. You need to hide away so that he's distracted and then shoot him for when he's not looking, and that way you'll be able to get a few good hits on him before he decides to run away. But this is actually a timed boss actually. As you heard in the beginning, he'll give you 7 minutes. So when 7 minutes runs up, even if you win the fight or not, it'll just end.
Oh, okay.
And in this treasure chest is the second magnum you get, the Lightning Hawk, which essentially is a Desert Eagle. I'm only going to use it for this fight right here, just so I could show it off. Keep in mind that the magnum I picked up is not fully maxed. It's powerful, but it's not up to its maximum potential. Here he comes. Again, I was managed to get 2 shots there because he didn't see me. And what Steven's doing is initiating QTEs, which allows him to go through for a few punches.
Like that?
Aye, like that. If you're quick, you can counteract or punch him. But the QTEs are really fast, and if you fail them, you'll lose health. And again, if you're playing this on higher difficulty, you lose more. But there's also a few times where Wesker actually pulls out his own handgun and goes for a couple of shots, but his shots do a ridiculous amount of damage compared to yours for some reason.
Don't you always hate that? Like, during a boss fight, like, you'll pull off some, like, insane shit onto the boss, but it will cause, like, minimal damage, yet they'll sort of, like, just, like, throw a punch at you, and then you, like, lose a quarter of your health.
Game logic at its finest. Here I go with a few blows. And I somehow missed a final combo. Again, those specific QTEs on normal difficulty are strict. It's always square, square, circle, X, and then square and X at the same time. If you're playing on professional, they change the QTEs every time. That makes it even more tough. As for Jill, all you have to do is keep an eye out for her but dodge every bullet she can because she has machine guns.
Yeah, where is she right now?
She's running around trying to find us. Like a guinea pig. She'll pop up somewhere. But again, the goal is not to kill her, but him. To kill Mr. Bravo. Well, there you go. Mr. Bravo successfully attracted one lady.
Yeah, can you believe that Johnny Bravo's only meant to be 15 years old?
Nah.
He looks like early to mid-20s, doesn't he?
Oh, there she is. Ow. You can blind Jill with the flash grenade. I think we'll just get a few more shots of Wesker and then we can... And I think the fight will be done with. Because again, we're using a Magnum, which is the highest power weapon. Aye, he constantly brags about you being a pussy and all, and you can't hide forever and all that shite. That's him down. And with that, we'll see you in the next part, folks.